Dear students, in today's class, we'll be learning about the advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce. And especially when we are dealing with the advantages and disadvantages, advantages are there to many groups and disadvantages are there to many groups. Especially the advantages to the consumers and advantages to the factory or the business. But from the business point of view also these advantages of the consumers are same. Therefore, we are focusing on one line, that is advantages of e-commerce to customers or the consumers. First thing we must know that because of the uh, e-commerce, the prices of the products are reduced because costs of products are reduced since the stages along the value chain are decreased. For instance, intermediaries can be eliminated by the company directly selling to the customers instead of distributing through a retail store. See, what is the process actually in the selling? Usually, the company gives the products to the wholesalers, and wholesalers give to the retailers, and retailers sells to the customers. Here, you can remove the intermediaries. So, there is no need of the intermediaries. Directly, the company itself can start a website and sell its products. Therefore, reduced price can be reduced because the people who are involved in between are removed. Second, this is something more important, 24-hour access. Online businesses never sleep as opposed to brick and mortar businesses. E commerce allows people to carry out business without the barriers of time. And I'm sure you all know that in the e-commerce you can order the item at any time, you can make the payments at any time. There is no time for payments. Early Only from this time to this time you can make payments. 24 into 7 you can make the payments, you can order the products, you can visit the websites and view the products whatever you want, you can do the marketing of your products, anything is possible. 24 into 7, 24-hour access. Third one, global marketplace. Consumers can shop anywhere in the world. Currently, according to the World Trade Organization, there are no custom duties put on products bought and traded globally electronically. This also provides a wide selection of products and services to consumers. What this says is the products are sold very widely throughout the globe. So you are very sure that items that are available in the websites are not only of our country, from other countries too. Anywhere, any part of the world, you can buy or sell the products from the website. Third, more choices. E-commerce provides consumers with more choices. For example, before making any purchase, customer can study about all the major brands and features of any item. It also provides consumers with less expensive products and services by allowing them to shop in many places. More choices. See, because of the e-commerce today, before buying any item, you visit the website, and in the website, you go and watch the item what you want of the different companies, different models, its features and its prices. You make a comparison and come to the conclusion which item to buy. So, if it was not there, then your condition would have been very difficult. You had to go from shop to shop. You had to speak to many salesmen, and you had to discuss and speak about the features, prices. Here, you are not going to meet anyone. You are not going to any place, but rather directly visiting the website and making your choice. And many choices are available. And even in the shop, all kinds of the products cannot be presented or displayed there because there is a scarcity of the place. There are limitations. Shops has its own limitations, but in the e-commerce this is a beautiful advantage you have. Then increased potential market share. The internet enables business to have access to international markets, thereby increasing their market share. Companies can also achieve greater economies of scale. See, greater economies of scale. When there is a large scale production, you gain something. That's called the economies of scale. Scale of production increases, then it is very economic, we say. And increased potential market share. Because of the e-commerce, the companies can extend its market share. Otherwise your market share will be limited to the a particular geography, geographical area restrictions is there. But here in the e-commerce, you don't have a geographical restriction. The products are sold all over the world, so your products could be displayed on the website and it could be viewed by any person of the world and can be made the purchasing. And because of this your market is widened, and because your market is widened, you are going for a larger production. And when you are going for a larger production, you are getting the economies of scale. Now, we'll move on to next advantage, that is low cost advertising. Advertising on the internet costs less than advertising on print or television depending on the extent of advertisement. Advertising on the internet itself is less costly since there is less cost associated with it in terms of printing and limited television spots. Advertising is a part of business, you know that, because whenever you are launching a new item or new product or even of the world product to give a publicity, you require advertisement. Without advertisement, you can't expect or think about increasing or growth of your company business. Now, in the advertisements, you are clear that there are various forms and methods. And usually, in the traditional business, advertisements were of the print media, either brochures or through the newspapers, and a few through the TV medium. And TV medium, it is a limited, and because of the limited spots, and because of that, very costly. And in the internet today, if you have your own website, very cheaply you can put it on and it goes on. So the cost of advertisement in the online business is very cheap, and it will reach to a bigger crowd. Otherwise it will be in a limited space. And now in the internet, what you put, it can be viewed by anyone. Next advantage, low barriers to entries. So this is another advantage, low barriers to entries. This anyone can start up a company on the internet. Startup costs are a lot lower for companies since there is less need for money for capital. What it says is anybody can start a business. Online business is very easy to start. You don't require a big money. You require some money to start a website. That's all. To design a website, you have to catch hold of one engineer or a technician who will design a website, and you will have a one office. That's all. But if you want to start a business with the shop and all, you have to hire a shop for rent, you have to purchase the items, all those things. Many procedures are there. But here, no procedures. So entry is very easy. You too can start one website, and tomorrow you can begin your business. And then next advantages, strategic benefits. Various strategic benefits are possible through the e-commerce. The strategic benefits of making a business e-commerce enabled is that it helps to reduce delivery time, labor cost, and the cost incurred in document preparation, data entry, error detection, etc. all costs are reduced. You see, delivery time is reduced, labor cost is reduced, cost in document preparation. See, bill that and all you have to prepare in the online traditional business. In the online business, automatic bills will come in a printed form. Data entry also automatically done. Error detections also automatically done, because it is all everything is set in the website. So automation, lot of automation is done in the internet, therefore it's very easy and very advantageous. So after seeing these advantages, we will be moving towards the disadvantages of e-commerce. How many advantages are there? In the same way there are disadvantages too. Let's see one after the another. First one is hidden costs. Although buying online is convenient, the cost of this convenience is not always clear at the front end. For example, online purchases are often accompanied by high shipping and restocking fees, a lack of warranty coverage, and unacceptable delivery times. In fact, too many e-commerce companies have developed a reputation of overcharging for shipping and handling. What we are seeing is, at the outset it looks to be cheaper, but at the same time there are hidden costs. So many online businesses or e-commerce companies charge for delivering the product, and there is a lack of warranty coverage. So they don't calculate the value of warranty coverage, and unacceptable delivery times. These are all hidden. So at the forefront, this cannot be seen. Okay, you just say, oh, item is available at a cheaper rate, but you don't know that there is no warranty, and you don't know that when the product is delivered, you have to pay the delivery charges. So this is a problem. Then another, lack of security. So this is also another disadvantage. You will lack the security. One of the main roadblocks to the wide acceptance of e-commerce by businesses and consumers alike is the perceived lack of adequate security for online transaction. What is lack of security? Consumers are growing increasingly worried about providing credit card information over the internet. Credit card information over the internet. During the first past few years, the press has been filled filled with reports about hackers breaking into e-business and stealing credit card information. You see, usually credit card or a debit card, you are providing it because to make the payments, and you don't have a security because hackers are there. They break open and they get the information. You know that emails are hacked, your social websites are hacked, and because of this your information is stolen. And if the credit card or debit card is hacked, then your money also could be transferred from one account to another. All those possibilities are there, and these have happened. Many frauds are there. Therefore it's very looks to be very glorious, but when the reality comes, it is very difficult. The security issues are very important, and the companies work behind that, and lot of security measures are taken up, but still it is not secure. Another disadvantages of e-commerce is lack of privacy. What it means to say, customers also worry about the privacy implications of data gathered by organizations of all types and sizes. Even at the simplest data level, sales information is stored in databases. Sales information is stored in the databases connected to web servers, thus exposing the information to cyber criminals. Because data gathering on the web is so easy, databases routinely contain information about customer purchasing habits, credit information, and so on. In many cases, companies sell customer database information to marketing companies. In turn, the marketing companies engage in massive email campaigns to attract new customers. It doesn't take long for the customers' email uh, to be to be filled with the unwanted email. What it says is your lack of privacy. You are losing the privacy when you are going for a online shopping. When you go for a offline shop, you may be purchasing different products from the different stores, and you don't know what all items you have, others don't know what all items you have purchased. So you are purchasing from the different. Now when you are making a purchase from online, all your purchases are recorded. Your sales information is stored. Purchasing habits are known. Your payments are how much you are spending, what all items you are purchasing, and this record is kept there. And this record is not only kept for the marketing purpose. See, these many customers are purchasing these kinds of the items, and you we require these, we have a demand for these products, please produce. Like this information these companies will give to the producers. So like this your information your is given to the public, so that what all things you purchase, that is recorded. So no privacy here, it is a open secret what kinds of items you are purchasing. Next disadvantage, network unreliability. In the e-commerce, what is more important is the network. Although the internet is designed to overcome the single point of failure problem, there have been several well publicized incidents of network failures during the past few years. Network reliability problems may be generated by such factors as equipment failure in the network connection provider, accidental problems caused by nature such as lightning, floods, earthquakes that affect communication lines, long response time due to increased network traffic or inadequate bandwidth. What it says is sometimes internet may not be available, and internet may not be available due to various reasons. For one reason is equipment failure in the network connection provider. Equipment, sometimes the line might have been cut, sometimes your router may not be working, your equipment may not be working, you are urgently in need of one product or want to make the payment and it is not working. Sometimes I too have experienced that with the Google Pay. I wanted to pay, but net is not available and I am not able to pay, and in my pocket though there is no money. So how can I trust the e-commerce now? I have gone with the intention that I can pay through the Google Pay, and I have not carried the money. And in such condition, you are getting embarrassed there, because you have purchased a product and you are not able to carry out the product because you are not able to pay the money. Next, accidental problems caused by nature such as lightning, floods, earthquakes and affect communication line. See, most of the times in the rainy season when there are thunders and all, you don't have a network, you don't have a internet connections and all. In such cases, it is very difficult, and line connection may take place sometimes 2 3 days after. And in such conditions, so what are you going to do if you are depending completely on online business? And therefore you can't completely rely on the online business. And long response time is time due to increased network traffic and inadequate bandwidth. So there are sometimes network traffic, network gets jammed because of long too many lines in that, and longer lines. Disadvantages of e-commerce. Another one, low service levels. So another common complaint about doing business online is the low level of customer service that online companies tend to provide. Although technology has automated business transactions to a large extent, there remains a real need for the human touch. Therefore, e-commerce websites must provide a pleasant and problem-free pre-ordering and ordering experience. The website design is an important interface. Readily available, easily used feedback options, quick complaint resolution, timely and low cost shipping delivery to customers. These are the requirements to be fulfilled. Otherwise, e-commerce is a disadvantageous. Now, low service levels, we must be very clear that we know that everything is automated and complaint can be filed, so customer service is very readily available, but customer service has to be done with a human touch. Customers can report a complaint through the website, but there should be a person to attend to that. If nobody attends, it remains only a complaint, and most of the times it has happened like that. People give complaint, but their complaints are not attended, because to attend that you require a human person, and human touch is lacking. So these are the main disadvantages of the e-commerce. Yes, we saw that many more advantages are there. At the same time, some disadvantages are there, and every company and website is trying to work on this and trying its maximum to reduce the disadvantages, so that they try to push their business in a further and in a better way. So, in today's class, we saw the advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce, and now we are clear that e-commerce is more advantageous than disadvantageous. Therefore, we can depend on e-commerce for our transactions.